One day out, Krishna, Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Radha Krishna Padam, Shri Vishaka Hare Krishna, Pade, Krishna Gopika, Radha Kanta Namaste, Kanta Kichana Murage, Hare Vrindavadishwari, Shabanu Devi, Hare Priya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shri Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Krishna. Welcome to today's section. So quickly we go to the summary. Not wasting time. Continue from A. So result of knowledge, media, and how to cultivate it. It's a very nice law, very nice. Making it proper enumerated and listed from the Bhakti. So Mantra describe the result of cultivating ignorance and false knowledge. That is Mantra. Ignorance, the result of cultivating ignorance and false knowledge. Why Mantra 10 explains that true knowledge brings a different result other than this. It also emphasizes the need to take guidance from the Tira, the art of discriminating between free and free knowledge. Okay. Then this is the mantra. So, the translation says, the wise have explained that one result is derived from the culture of knowledge, that the different result is obtained from the culture of concepts. Okay. So, what is the result of knowledge? What is knowledge? By enumerating what knowledge is. Cultural this knowledge. That's why this question was from A. And what is avidya, ignorance? B. Okay. So from Bavisa, proper enumerated in the purport. 18 chapter 8 to 12. The 8th item of knowledge. Aman in term, Adam be term, Aisan, Shanti, Arjavan, Asharu Pasanam, Soldier, Styrian, Atmavin, Clarity Subayadra, Ahada Ankara, Jama Britu Jarabi, Ashantir, Anabi Saga, Putrada, Ria de Shu, Samachita Tom, Stars, this show, Papa Tishu, Tiabia Bacharini, Bibika Densha, Dave Tom, Lakati, Jana Sam Sadi, Adiatma Giana, Tom, Giana Hatar. So these are the 18 items of knowledge, which begin with humility. Amani, Tom, adaptation, righteousness, ahimsa, non-violence, chanting, tolerance. So I'm going to explain them in different ways in the purpose. Okay, very nice. I'm quickly not so much. I'm just understand what true knowledge is all about, what we should be motivating, what we should be doing. See, we are in knowledge. So you are in knowledge. Means that you should be doing these things. Okay. One should become a perfect gentleman and learn to give proper respect to others. Okay, we should become a perfect gentleman and give proper respect to others. But one should not put himself as a religion is simply for okay. And one should not become a source of anxiety to others by action of your body, thoughts, of your mind, and by your words. Very, very important. We should take note of these three. We should not become a source of anxiety to others by our action of our body, and our thoughts, our mind. Words. Very careful. So when you say we are in knowledge, you are conscious of all these things. Once we learn forbearance, even in the face of provocation from others. If you learn forbearance, even in provocation from others, very, very important. Not to tolerate people will agitate us, but we remain agitated. Okay? And then, one should learn forbearance even in the face of provocation. One should learn to avoid duplicity in his dealings with others. Not be capricious. One should search out of bona fide spiritual master who can lead him gradually to the state of almost submit himself to subject spiritual master. In order to approach a platform of self-realization, one must follow the reference principle enjoined in the revealed scripture, or must be fixed in the tenets of the revealed scripture. From practices which are detrimental to the interest of self-realization. You should not accept more than it requires, everything out of the body. You should not identify himself with the gross material body. You should always remember that as long as he has the material body, he must face the reasons of the okay, what is not get out to more than the negative of life required from spiritual. So we should cultivate our life in such a way that we get money to take care of our necessity of life. We should not be more attached to wife, children, than the revealed scripture today. One should not be happy or distressed over desirable and undesirable, knowing that such feelings are just feelings. Okay. You should become an all-aligning of the personality of God and Shri Krishna, serving with transformation. You should develop a liking for residence in separated place. It's a calm and clear atmosphere. Once you avoid congested places where non-devotee communicates, one should become a scientist or philosopher and conduct research into spiritual knowledge, recognizing that spiritual knowledge is permanent, whereas material knowledge is. Yes. So this 8 item mentioned in Krishna means Krishna said this 8 item is what we call knowledge. When you say you have knowledge, it means you have this great, this 8 life that practicing them, then you are in knowledge. Anything apart from this is avidya. Okay. Combine to form a concept by which knowledge can be dissipated. Right? Acquire from a dealer. So how can we acquire this? A dealer. One who is not disturbed by material is actually dealer. I'll give a very nice example of a dealer. Dealer is one who is not disturbed, even when it's cause for disturbance. I'll give an example of Lord Shiva. When the demigod wants Lord Shiva to give it in China, it's a name, Katikeya, that he can help them to find the demons. They told Parvati to go and worship, that she should go and worship Lord Shiva Janitai. Lord Shiva was not disturbed. So in that particular scene, Prabhupada say, the great saint, poet in India, Kalidas, called Lord Shiva Tira. So Dira means someone who is not disturbed, if there is a cause for disturbance. That is a Dira. We have a Maharaj in my country, his name is Bhakti Dira Damodara Maharaj. So to practice spiritual life in Africa means very, very to practice spiritual life. Just like Philippines. Okay. So when you become a science in such country, you are called a deal. To distract your mind. So if you are not distracted, you focus, you are a deal. So that is it. Why not disturb? Mention is perfectly spiritually realized. Let that anchor on and then for anything. Krishna mentioned about Peter in the 1850 So the devotee, one who has come to the transcendental platform, who is a dealer, never lament no anger. Because he has no material desire. Only when we have material, when we have desire that we are angry and we are always lamenting. Okay. Knows that the material body and mind are foreign elements. Therefore, make the best use of bad package. We getting this material mind is a bad package. This material body. So we just have to use it to liberate ourselves. We have to use our mind to liberate ourselves. Our mind can be our best friend or our worst enemy. So this having this mind brings so much distraction. So we have to use it our mind. And to become a dealer, only by submissive hearing from the bona fide spirit master. So by submissive hearing, like we are doing every day, every 7 p.m. Sit down and hear, and gradually become a dealer. And following the regulating principles. Okay. So what constitutes nations? That is ignorance. So in the purport mentioned, all of that mental except these above 18 items, they are all avidya. Okay, also in the the all form of material knowledge are merely external feature of illusory energy. Because we are acquiring material, only material knowledge, we are being trained to become us. You know why us is considered to be the most foolish animal? We discussed it in our class, previous class. Who wants to tell us why the ass is considered to be the most stupid animal? Someone will tell us, no wasting of time.
Because it works, but it doesn't need to.
Yeah. The
owner tricks him.
Yeah. There's so much grass around him. But the owner will pile block of root and loads on him, on the ass. But morning till night walking, just to get a little lumps of grass at night. But there's so many grasses everywhere. It doesn't need to do that hard work to get the grass. So our so-called material education is to train us to become ants. Work so hard for these materialistic people, not just to get little money that will not be enough to take care of us. Okay? So spiritual knowledge is very, very important. People work for our material maintenance. Knowledge, spiritual knowledge is very, very important. Boys do not respect. So what is the outcome of Abidia? No adabituam, no respect for elders. Proper mention in the boys of nowadays, they are giving headache to all the elders in the whole world. You know? Yeah, they don't listen to the elders. They think that they know more than the seniors. You see a small boy nowadays. When they see you, they think that they know more than you, you know. But they're just born yesterday. They look at you and say, what is wrong with this stupid old man? Doesn't know that, you know, we're in technological age, you know. They look down at you know. So that is the result of some material knowledge they acquire from the school. Okay. Confirmation also, discovery of leather weapon. So they discover their material knowledge. We discover atomic bomb that will be used to destroy ourselves. And also, we see in the schools, there's nowhere brahmachari is being taught. We go to the school here to become spoiled. There's unnecessary missing of the boys and girls. They miss unnecessarily. Before they come out from the school, they're already, spoiled. And that is why you see there's so much divorce in the society nowadays. So much divorce. Why? Because the woman has tried many other men. So you cannot stay with one man again. Okay. Meanwhile, in the olden days, the woman will get married to only one man. And because you know only that man, there's no question of divorce. Because you have not experienced another man. So his mind is focused on only the man he has met. But in the modern days, before they finish from their so-called materialistic school, and then when they come out now, they want to get married, their mind cannot be fixed. Any slight provocation, divorce. So there's no training of brahmacharya in this case. So this is what Prabhupada mentioned also in the purpose. Okay? And also, there's what we call, another result is that no faith in any scriptural injunctions. We don't have faith in the scripture. That is result of cultivation of vidya. Okay? And then the religious principle taught for the sake of name, fame, not practical action. Okay? So that is the result of avidya. And also, finally, animosity in society, in social, political, and religious field. That is why you see there's so much unrest in the world. Religious violence, community violence, country fighting each other. Because of this so-called avidya, so-called knowledge we are cultivating in this. Okay, let's go. Any question? Any question? I will just go to mantra 11. Are you seeing mantra 11? No.
No comment, Hare Krishna.
No comments? Want to comment, Prabhuji? Can you hear me?
I have no comment or question.
Okay. You see my screen?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yes.
Very good.
Yes, Prabhu.
So mantra 11 talks about relativity of material and spiritual knowledge, the balance. We have to learn to balance. So here we're going to talk about mantra 11 describes how one must know the relative position of transcend material energy, attain deathlessness. So everything has to be balanced. Like I remember those olden days when we joined the temple when we were small. Our seniors, because many of them did not go to university, they were condemning going to school. If you are going to school, it's like you are in Maya. Oh, Prabhuji, it's Maya. Oh, then people did not bother to go to school. Then when you start growing old, when you get to that time you are brahmachari, then when you get to a certain age, like 30, 31, 32, you want to get married. You find out that you cannot fit in this life because you have no educational qualification. It's like, no, man. Then the sellers, people start hearing, they will say, oh, I wasted my life. And Krishna threw me out. Because senior were not mature to be able to teach how one should learn to balance the two. It is mentioned here, the two must balance avidya and vidya. Vidyam cha vidyam cha yas. Tabedo bayam saha. Avidyayam ritu. Okay. Avidyayam ritu tetwa. Vidyayam rika shrute. So we must learn to balance the two. It is mentioned, let us read. Only one who can learn the process of lectures and that of transcendental knowledge side by side can transcend the influence of repeated birth and death and enjoy the full blessing of mortality. So for us to be able to actually transcend this world, to really perform devotional service, we have to be able to learn both material knowledge and the spiritual knowledge and be able to apply them properly. That is why you see Shilarupa Goswami, Sanatan Goswami, they were very eminent scholars. Because even before they renounced, become Sayansi, they were ministers of the Nawab. They know about politics, they know about administration, they know about general management. So it was very easy for them able to free themselves from the clutches of material life. Was easy for him, especially Sanatan Goswami. When he was in the jail, he wanted to go. He has to bribe the security man. That is diplomacy. You see, take this money with me and allow me go. I will be going to the spiritual holy land. I'm going to Mecca. He said, I'll be going to Mecca. You know what it means? If somebody go to Mecca, you get benefit. So if you free me for me to go to Mecca, you get benefit. So he gave him money. So the guy said, okay. He collected the money. He allowed him to go. As he was traveling, he still had some money with him. Then when he got to a particular guest house or hotel, today. So the owner of the hotel, he has an astrologer who can see that he has some gold coins with him. So they started treating him nicely. So Sanatan Goswami was surprised. Because he understands diplomacy. He was thinking, why is this guy treating me so nicely? Then he asked his servant, do you have some gold coin with you? He said, yes. He said, bring it. Then he gave them the gold. He said, please take all this gold coin. And the hotel owner said, you saved me from the sin this night. I will have planned to kill you and collect all your gold coin. But for you giving me yourself, I don't want it again. Please take it. No. So Goswami said, please take it. If you don't take it, somebody else will kill me for it. Diplomacy. And you understand diplomacy. Somebody is treating you so nicely. Somebody you don't know before is like, what's wrong here? What is going on? I want to. That's why, sometimes people, when devotees are very nice to people, they cannot understand. So, because that is the nature of the material one. They don't trust people easily. Okay? But it's okay. So, same thing also. We have to be vast in the knowledge, material knowledge and spiritual knowledge. Very, very important. So you must know two things. What is Maya, Krishna, then your knowledge is perfect. Okay? Nice. Vidyam cha vidyam. So in transcending the birth and death, so we are going to learn about the problem and solution in A. And in B, we are going to learn the role of Vidya and Avidya in this program. Okay. So the problem is everyone has been trying to attain a permanent life. You know that this body is temporary, but permanent. Because we don't want to die. Because the soul is eternal by nature, so we don't want to die. So we want to live permanently. An advancement of material knowledge solves it? No, instead it's increasing it. So if you look, many years ago, 5,000 years ago, 5 million years ago, if you analyze the situation today and that time, there is no big difference. Because why? The misery of life is still there. Birth, old age, and death. Know how much advancement become Or normal how much advanced we become that we can solve this. Only spiritual knowledge, only surrendering to the Supreme Lord, solve these problems of life. Okay? No one is said, so we have now discovered how to increase, to even speed up the death. We have now discovered so many chemical food to increase all our diseases, cancer, different cancers, and all the rest. So we can always feed them up. But to solve them, we are far from them. Only by taking shelter of spiritual knowledge. Example, Papa gave a very nice example in the purport. Also becoming mortal, right? So that you can enjoy soft bed and the women. So people to become elements is eternal because they want to live immortal so that they can enjoy their self. Solution. What is the solution? Even by the Lord Himself, what does He do? He got the very scripture to remind the forgetful soul, the living entity. So He gives us the scripture, remind us. Remind us by sending His beyond the bodies. The 5 servants. Come Himself. To remind us. This material world indirectly reminds us. Sometimes when we have diseases, we have natural disaster, we have so many kind of diseases. Then we are forced to remember the Lord also. Sometimes when we full of anxiety, frustration, sometimes things become so difficult to be able to the right path to follow in life. We're on the crossroad, we don't know whether we should go right, we should go left. Then sometimes we remember the Lord. So all these are really the Lord for us to cross. So what do we do? Study the scripture. Okay. The part of Abidia, of ignorance, is a part of repeated birth and death. There's nothing we can do about that. Once we remain only part of it under Abidia, we remain in the circle of we advance our sense generation, genesis. Why people pursue it, enamor with the beauty of illusory energy, and now go the same misery presented and do not learn the lesson of the laws of nature. You see, everybody understands. See, in this disease condition, the spirit soul engages in material conflict. Recent enjoyment is possible when the disease of the materialism is removed. In our pure spiritual form, free from all material combination. The Christian must regain its health before he can truly enjoy sense pleasure. So unless we really realize who we are, we cannot really enjoy this sense pleasure. The aggravation of a material disease is no sign of knowledge, but a sign of ability. Okay? So the result is increases in disease and material fever. Okay, Papa said we should not increase the temperature. We should not increase our temperature. For good health, a person should not increase its fever. 1:05 degrees to 1:07 degrees, but should reduce the temperature to 98.8.6. That should be the aim of human life. The modern trend of material civilization is to increase the temperature of material condition, which has reached the point of 107 degrees in the form of atomic energy. Understand? So we are creating all this atomic energy to create something for ourselves. Okay. The culture of spiritual necessity the help of the body and soul. The help of maintenance of the body and the mind is where if we are to reach our goal, the different temperature should be maintained, properly suggested. So media, transcendental knowledge. What is media? Transcendental knowledge. Since we are going to talk about this transcendental Vidya, what is the part of Vidya most perfect presented in Shima Bhagavatam? So the real knowledge you can only complete by studying Shima Bhagavatam. If you study Shima Bhagavatam, now in India, people are getting PhD in studying Shima Bhagavatam and all the rest. Because actually to study Shima Bhagavatam is very, it's very big. To really study and understand Shima Bhagavatam. 18 volumes, big books. That is transcendental knowledge. Okay. So utilize one life to inquire into the absolute truths. Okay. Who realizes how a broad-minded man was the discussion. Following the 18 principles of the Bhagavad Gita describing the purport. Okay. The aim of Vidya. What is the aim of transcendental knowledge described by Shri Rupa Goswami? So we are going to do that when we are studying our understand what is here. So the culture of Vidya summarized in Shima Bhagavatam 1 to 14. What's Shima Bhagavatam here? 1 to 14. Smaikena Manasa.
Conclusion.
Bhagava Satwata Patihi. Shrotabhya Kritabhyascha. Therefore, with one particular attention, one should constantly hear about, glorify, remember, and worship the personality of God, who is the fulfillment of many place. So that is the culture of India. So that is the goal of life. With one particular attention, we should constantly hear about, glorify, remember, and worship the personality of God, who is the protector of the body. It's like we are doing now. Hare Krishna. Okay. That is the end of. So let's go to what that's for now. Isn't it? Are you with me? Are you with me? Can you hear me? Or you absorbing your own word?
Yes.
Yeah.
We can hear you.
Any question, comments so far?
No question, no comment.
No question so far.
Cool. So in mantra 12, we're going to talk about worship of the relative versus wrong worship of the absolute. Worship of the relative versus wrong worship of the absolute. That's worship of the demigods. Okay. Okay. So it's mentioned. Mantra 9 explains that cultivation of broad knowledge is binding. Similarly, mantra 12 describes the improper conception of the absolute is also binding. Okay. So Adam Dhamma Pravishanti Yishanti Asate Chato Nivati Damu Yausa Translation. Those who are engaged in the worship of the demigod enter into the darkest region of the prophets. Demon, the worshiper of the personal absolutes. Okay? So if you want the worship of the demigods and those who worship the impersonal aspect of the God, they are the wrong parts. Okay. So in A, we're going to talk about the position of the absolute truths. he who can't understand the absolute and they see how to approach the absolute truth. Vision of the absolute truth. Some would say absolute independent of everything. Shri Krishna is the absolute personality of Godhead. Mentioned in Bhagavad Gita 10:2. It's the origin of the devas and the demigods. The demigods and the spirit sages and the mystics. Krishna is the source of all of them. 10:2. Krishna himself appeared by his own internal potency in the form of man. Okay. Then in B, the personalities. Try to distinguish the absolute form from the represented by the tiny free power. Can only let them reach the negative conception of the absolute and not the positive aspect. Because they don't really, they are comparing the Lord to material manifestation. They're not comparing the spiritual existence. So they try to confuse the material and the creation. So in that way, they miss the point. And has almost reached the personal effulgence of God, known as Brahman. Okay. One thing I want to make understood also is that there are two kinds of impersonalities. We have the Brahmavadis and the Mayavadis. Sometimes the bodies will be instituted together. The Brahmavadis and the Mayavadis. The Brahmavadis are the ones who believe in Brahman, the effulgence of the Lord, okay, which is real. The effulgence of the Lord is real. So those Brahmavadis, they believe in the effulgence of the Lord and they worship that the ultimate goal of life. But the people that worship that Prabhupada who say we should be not scared of is the Mayavadis. Maya, those who get Maya theory. Everything is God. And God and God. So whether you have not realized it now, they are called Mayavadis. They are very dangerous because we have come to this material world because we try to be God. And somebody telling them that God that is making you suffering this material. That's not crazy. That is why we should run away from this philosophy of Mayavad. If they go worship our so if we're going to talk about the demigod worshiper, and in E, we're going to talk about the seed worshippers. Okay. So let's go. In D, demigod worshippers. What is your misunderstanding? Krishna is another powerful demigod. So they think that Krishna, those who worship the demigod, Krishna to be on it. That's why when you go to India, the Indian see them, they are the deity of Lord Vishnu on Narayan on the same platform with the deity of Lord Shiva, the deity of Durga. They think that Krishna is another powerful demigod also. They put the great Krishna on that platform. Okay? That is their misunderstanding. Why do they worship the demigods? Because they are unintelligent, as mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Say in Bhagavad Gita, you can read it. Okay? Driven by strong desire for self-gratification. One temporary relief of temporary problems. That is why they worship the demigods. It's very nice. Okay? Then, what is the destination? Planet of the demigod. Yatineva Prasadeva. Utani Yanti Krishna mentioned Bhagavad Gita. Whatever you worship, you go to. If you worship the demigod, Yatineva Prasadeva. When you worship the demigod, you go to the demigods. Worship the gods and spirits, you go to such faiths. If you worship me, you come to me. So Krishna, like many, when we are Christians, we used to tell us that God is a jealous God. Like, if you don't worship him, you know, you're going to hell. No, it's not like that. Yeah, in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna mentioned, whatever you worship, that is where you go. Worship the demigods, go to the abode of the demigods. Worship ghosts and spirits, go to such beings. But those beings also, they have their own planet. If you worship the ancestors, go to the ancestors. If you worship me, you come to my eternal. So God has great provision for everyone, according to whatever you worship. So God is not the way that the Christian depending as a genus. Okay. Okay, let's continue. Why is this a problem? All the planning in material world are temporary. So going to the question is 8 dimension. Okay. So all planets, right from the Brahma's planet down to the lowest planet in this universe, they are all place of miseries. So if you worship them because you go to such planets, they are going to, when there is annihilation, come back again. When the Lord manifested. Okay, so how can one reach different planets? Spaceship, mystic power, demigod worship. So like now we have scientists today making all kind of arrangement to come to all these other planets. It's a waste of time. Just worship the demigod in that planet. Okay. So he is in the worship cheating business. Become religious only for the sake of name and fame. Now we wish to get out of this universe and reach the spiritual world. Proper mention that these roads are most dangerous elements in human society because there is no religious escape punishment by the law of the state. They cannot, however, escape the law of the supreme. Proper mention the purpose. These pseudo worshippers, they are the most dangerous element in human society. Because there's no government to punish them. The government themselves, they are cheating. It's many people in general, okay, generally pose themselves as incarnation of God. In India, we have so many incarnations of God. If you go to India, if you are not careful, you lost different incarnations of God. Okay. Worship the demigods, have great knowledge of detachment from material appear to live in the golden shackle of material. This single worshippers, this is their desires. Okay. What is their destination? Darkest region, like you mentioned in the verse, darkest region. Like you mentioned in Bhagavad 16, 19 to 20. It was a obnoxious place in the universe. That is their destination. Okay. Devotional service mentioned to see solution. One and only way to ascend. All this demigod worship and all this impersonal, get out of this impersonal illusion to engage in devotional service to the God. The only way. Okay. And one thing complete Achayo Pasana, let worship the Achayas. The supreme science of God is received through the succession. So by gaining devotional service, following the principle of the spirit succession, then we can transcend this birth and death. Hare Krishna. So this is the end of okay. Now we go to 13. We still have 10 minutes. Okay. We good. I continue or you have some question? I need some rest from parents.
I have a question.
Please ask your question.
What is the meaning of acharya again? I forgot.
Achayo Pasanam.
What does acharya mean again?
Achayo Pasanam means following the footsteps of our chariots. Okay. Is that clear, Babu?
Okay.
Following the footsteps of the chariot is Achayo Pasanam. So let's continue.
I have a question.
Yes, Babu, go ahead.
So there's generally this understanding that like if we worship the Lord, then we worship him through his devotees. And like there's also example like if you want to say get the favor of the president, then first you have to become friends with their dog or become friends with their uh secretary or something like this, someone who works on their behalf. So uh so the demigods, they're also devotees of Krishna. Do you see where I'm going with this?
Yeah, the demigods are the devotee of Krishna. Yeah,
Yeah,
but they are not. But they are not pure devotee. They are Sakama Bhaktas. They have the position they have because they still have material desires also. So the demigods, they are living anything like us, who are placed in that position because they have material desires. So they are not pure devotee. And that is why when you worship them, they fulfill your material desires because they are there also because they have material desire to enjoy that position. So devotees don't go through the demigods to get the favor of the Lord, especially there are few demigods, like Lord Shiva is a great devotee of the Lord. Okay, we cannot disrespect Lord Shiva. You cannot even get pure devotion to Krishna through Lord Shiva. But we have to be very careful. That's why Prabhupada did not introduce demigod worship because he knows people are very trickish and very, sometimes we are very smart, So Prabhupada did not introduce any demigod worship because if you see the gopis, they worship goddess Katyayani, Devi, to get Krishna as their husband because their motive is pure, their desire is pure. Some even the Prashitas, they got the mercy of Lord Shiva to get the darshan of the Lord.
Yeah.
So different places you see many devotees get mercy of Lord Shiva to get the favor of Krishna. But we are not encouraging demigod worship because sometimes many people, their motive is not pure. That is why we should focus on worshiping our guru instead of demigods.
Okay, thank you.
Hare Krishna. Any other comments? We still have 10 minutes more. Let's continue. We finished 13 today. Then we have, tomorrow is Friday. We have 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. We can finish it tomorrow. Good. Okay. Let's go. So in mantra 13, worship of the relative and wrong worship of the absolute mentioned. Okay. The mantra 12 explains both worship of the dependent demigods and the absolute impersonal Brahma can lead to bondage. Okay. The mantra 13 explains that a different result is obtained by worshiping the absolute in the right way, in the right way. The results, okay, of worshiping the absolute in the right way. So let's read this shloka. Anya evaho sambhavat, anyadaho asambhavat, iti susrama dhiranam yenasta vichachachire. Okay, it is said that one result is obtained by worshiping the supreme cause of all causes. That another result is obtained by worshiping what is not supreme. All this is heard from the undisturbed authority who clearly explained them. So when you worship something, you see in the Vedas, everything is clearly explained. There is no confusion about whether if you're an atheist, where you go to, if you're a theist, where you go to, if you worship the demigod, where you go to, if you do this, there's clear explanation in this very scripture about different people's position in this world. There's no any other religion or any other organization where you get this clear knowledge about the destination of people according to their consciousness. Some about the supreme cause of all, the supreme cause. So we just go through this word. What is the supreme cause and the cause of all causes? Lord Krishna. What are the Vedic evidence? Mention Aham Sarvasya Prabhavo. I am the source of the spiritual and material world. Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Okay. Then he says, he who existed before the creation, this is from Atharva Veda, Gopala Tapani Upanishad. And who existed before the creation of Brahma, who enlightened Brahma with Vedic knowledge is Lord Sri Krishna. This to establish the supreme cause. That is Krishna. Then the laws, then the supreme person Narayan desire to create all living beings. Thus from Narayan, Brahma was born. Narayan Upanishad. The Bhakti son, Krishna is the supreme Lord, Narayan Upanishad. Okay? And only Narayan, as it said in the beginning, when neither Brahma nor Shiva, nor fire nor water, nor star nor sun, moon existed. The Lord does not remain alone, but creates as he desire. This is mentioned in Atharva Veda, Mahopanishad 1. So it shows how Krishna is the cause of all causes, the supreme cause. Okay? So the evidence concerning, I created the Prajapati and the Rudras. They do not have complete knowledge of me because they are covered by my illusory energy. That's from Mahabharata. Narayan is the supreme personality of Godhead, and from him, the four-headed Brahman was manifested, as well as Rudra, who later became omniscient. Okay, the supreme Lord is Krishna, Govinda, the lighter of every living being, and the primary cause of all causes, Brahma Samhita. Okay, so Vedas, Itihasas, and Purana, sequence in which the proper quote the scriptures. So these are the different scriptural quotes to establish Krishna as the supreme cause. Okay. So 1 minute. What slide is this? I already missed it. Sorry. Verse 13. Okay, good. Okay. Okay, let's go. Can you see my screen now? Actually, I removed it and I'm asking whether you are seeing it. But I'm not getting any response, so I don't know whether you are even hearing what I'm saying.
I can see your face.
We don't see your screen.
Yeah, we don't see.
Can you see now?
Yeah.
There,
No.
yes.
Okay. So correct worshiping the Supreme Lord. So in A, from whom to know. B, wrong ideas of worship. And C, correct worship. Okay. So let's start. A, Edira. Like from Edira, then how to worship, never disturbed by changes of the material world, the bona fide acharya. Already, I discussed about Dira, that I mentioned about Dira, and I gave example also, the Maharaj. So Dira is very, very important. Dira Tatras Namo Yati, Krishna mentioned Bhagavad Gita. To be a Dira is very, very important. Coming Parampara, who never present anything that is not mentioned in the very scripture. So that is the qualification of this pure devotee of the Lord, the Acharya. They are always talking, quoting from the scripture, Amnaya. This reference is Bhagavad Gita 2. He is following Arjuna, that is friend and devotee of the Lord. Okay. Following Krishna is Paramparam, following the Paramparam path. All paths lead to the same goal. That is some of the idea of these people. Foolish theory offered by self-made spiritual masters. When Prabhupada is talking about this, he's mentioning by a particular name in India, and I know the name, I don't need to mention it. But these people, when you go close to them, you think that they are worshiping Krishna. But actually, their philosophy is to part. Every part leads to one part, which is not true. Okay? Krishna did not say in Bhagavad Gita that every part leads to one part. Krishna says, if you worship the demigod, you go to the demigod. If you worship this ghost, you go to the ghost. If you worship the forefathers, you go to the forefather. If you worship me, you come to me. So not every part leads to all parts lead to one part. No, it didn't say like that. Okay? So these foolish people, this is their theory. Nowhere mentioned in the authentic scripture that all parts lead to one part. Prabhupada gave example, ticket to Calcutta will not take one to ticket to Calcutta will take one to Calcutta, not Bombay. Okay? If I book a ticket now going to Boracay, what is the name of that place? You know, I will go to Boracay, I will not go to Cebu. Is Cebu different from the Boracay?
Yes, Prabhu.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, so if I book a ticket going to Boracay, the plane will not take me to the plane will not take me to Cebu. I will go to Boracay. Yeah. So wherever we worship, that is where we go. We don't. So this philosophy is bogus. Okay. Let's go and look more detail about this. Different parts, different goals. Okay. These are the references. Okay. Different parts, different goals. Okay, let's continue. So problem associated with such worship, it is mundane and make compromising offer, making the mass of humanity the object of worship. Manasa Seva, it is made because the masses are imperfect. So some of them, these people are called Mayavadis actually. So it's useless. And what is the use of the frustrated God? You are frustrated, you cannot even fulfill your own desire. And somebody is telling you are God. It must be a very frustrated God, you know, a poor God. And I probably call it Daridra Narayan, a poor God. And he's in the street begging for food. What kind of God is that? So this philosophy is bogus, okay? So the Papa mentioned in the purport that they talk about service to man, service to God. One person was arguing on this with Srila Prabhupada. Very nice, he said. So Srila Prabhupada replied, okay, if worship of man is worship to God of God, then worship of God is also worship of man. So which is better and easier? So one may try to serve all the men, but there are so many more. There are so many. Moreover, how much you serve, you will not be able to really please them. But if you serve God, you serve all. Pouring water on the roots, that is a very good example. You know, if you try to please everyone in this world, very difficult, complicated, you know. Can anybody please anybody? It's not possible. You see you have someone who is your hater, doesn't like you, doesn't even like to see your face. It's like, what is I don't like to see this guy's face. Get out of here. No matter how you try to please him, he's not happy to see you. Even when you say something funny, you know, he will just tight his face. Like, what is wrong? What is this saying? Get out of here. You know? So it's like that. So we cannot please everybody. Just try to please God, then you'll be happy. Okay, so one of the Rockefeller attended a meeting in Calcutta, very nice one. It was one of the richest man. A man came, why don't you give your money to poor and serve them? Okay, I will think about it. Come tomorrow. Next day, okay, I agree to your proposal. I will give my money to all the poor people, starting with you. Here is your 20 cents. So it's so it is so difficult to serve all satisfactorily. You see? That is it. They don't understand this principle. The total part. It doesn't take one to anywhere. So what is this? Some of our worship of the supreme cause, Krishna. Let's go a little bit details. Sambuta, like it's mentioned, is the source of birth and sustenance, as well as the reservoir that remain after annihilation. The source of all emanation is not like a dead stone, but is Abhigya, or full conscious of past, present, and future. Krishna is the complete knowledge. Okay, is the root, and the natural process is to pour water on the roots. Okay, so that is serving Krishna, we serve all living entity. And I give an example of correct worship. Arjuna, before disturbed by material whirlpool, false affection for family, society, community, wanted to be a philanthropist, non-violent man of the world, for Krishna transformed him. Later, he became a Banda, really learned by hearing Vedic knowledge, Bhagavad Gita from Krishna, changed his decision, fought with so-called relative, became worshipper and pure devotee of Shri Krishna. Okay. Who refuses this worship? How should we worship? Let's go to who refuses the worship. Those who refuse the worship, Bhagavad Gita call them mudas, foolish. What do? They write this personality of Godhead. Okay, why? No faith in and love for Krishna. They do not have complete knowledge from the undisturbed Acharya. Okay, so the benefit and perfection, this is the last. Attract the attention of the Lord. Lord give help by giving inner direction. Dadami Buddhi Yoga Tam Yena Makopayanti, Krishna mentioned in Bhagavad Gita. Heart gets cleansed. Mode of passion and ignorance are removed. Become situated in goodness. Even low born can be purified. Happy, enthusiastic, signs of God unveiled. Doubtful mind become crystal clear by serving the supreme cause, Krishna. Hare Krishna. Any comment, question? 5 minutes after 8. We tried today. We covered so much. So we continue from where we start tomorrow. Continue from 14. So in the absence of no question, no comment, we can call it a day. Is that okay?
Yeah, Prabhu, thank you very much.
Okay.
Covering so much.
Yeah. Madam Chika, Hare Krishna.
I would love to have access to the slides, Prabhu.
You said?
I would love to have access to the slides when we're done.
Yeah, when you don't worry, when you become a teacher, I will give you all of them. When you become Bhakti Shastri teacher, I will give you all of them. Because it's material for the Bhakti Shastri, one of the material for the Bhakti Shastri teachers. Okay? So you will gradually, after the Bhakti Shastri, you do teacher training course. We arrange from Mayapur. I can arrange with the organizer in Mayapur. You can become a Bhakti Shastri training teacher also in the future. Then we'll give you all the facility you need to facilitate your teaching. Okay?
Yeah.
Don't worry, gradually it will come, okay? Gradually.
Okay. Thank you.
Ananta Koti Vaishnava Vrinde Ki Jai. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, we'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
I will always like more questions and all.